On video, you'll see me starting off with moisturizing her face with Pond's, but off camera, I did go in and cleanse her face with the micellar water, the blue top. And after I go ahead and moisturize her, I'm gonna go in with the Duo Gel. I'm sorry, not the Duo Gel, the Duo Glue. I also use brow gel, but I wanted to bring it back and do what I used to do, and I actually love the glue more than the gel. Now you see me going in with the NYX brow pen to fill in her brows. Now I will say, recording like this is fairly new to me without being directly in front of my clients, so some things may not be perfect, but I'm gonna work on that. Practice makes perfect, so please bear with me and don't do too much on me. I tried my best. Overall, the look came out beautifully. You'll see, just bear with me till the end. After I finish filling in the brows, I go in and I shape them with the Born This Way concealer. In my opinion, is my personal favorite. And once I shape the brows, I go in on the ends with a lighter shade just to give it a highlighted effect, just a little bit. And then once I finish doing that, you'll see me go in and set the concealer, so that way I can prep it for the eyeshadow. Now I'm going in with the eyeshadow, and I'm just placing it in the direction of which I want my cut crease to go, because we are doing a cut crease today. The first palette that I used, I believe it was the Nude palette by Bolive, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. For the cut crease, I used the P. Louise white base. I've been using that for a while. I absolutely love it. And then after we do the cut crease, I go in with a silver eyeshadow. I'm not even sure what the name of that palette is. It's so old, the name is worn off on it. And then when I go on top of it, I use a silver pigment by J. LaRue. And then on the ends, I go in with a green shadow from Playing in Makeup by Yolando Jamrock palette. And then I go back in with the Nude palette by using the black to go ahead and blend those ends out. going to see me going with a silver glitter on top of that silver eyeshadow just to give it a little bit more sparkle, because we want her to be blinding whenever she walks into the room. And on the inside, we went in with a clear glitter because we did end up putting just a little bit of white in her inner corners. After I applied the glitter, I go in and we gave her a winged liner. Now you're gonna see me go in and apply the e.l.f. primer. I use the blue or green, whichever color you want to call it. I go in with that one, let it get a little bit tacky. Then I go in with the foundation. The foundation that I used on her, I actually mixed two different kinds. I used NARS and I also used the Maybelline Fit Me, because I needed to get her perfect color, and it was kind of in between the two, and mixing them made it exactly what I needed. I also go above the brows to shape the top up with the foundation, because I'd rather do that than to put the concealer all the way across. So I go on with the foundation and shape the top up as well. Now you're gonna see me going with my black opal contour stick, and instead of like dragging it across the face, I kind of just stamp it very lightly, because putting too much on it can definitely get out of hand. So I go in very lightly with the taps, blend it in as needed, because it's always better to add more than to try to take it away. I'm going in with the pink e.l.f. liquid blush, and I love me a pink blush. On camera it looks like I applied a lot, but I really didn't. The liquid blush for e.l.f. is actually very pigmented, so you don't want to start off with too much on that as well. I go in and I blend it out. I don't really let it sit too long before I blend it, but I let it sit just a little bit. I go in with that Born This Way concealer again, put it in the highlighted areas, and I'm also going to blend that out as well. Once I blend that out, I go in and I set the face with the loose powder, and the loose powder that I use, that's my choice, is the Laura Mercier. Might be pronouncing that wrong, but I love that powder. That's my favorite powder that I use. I used both the translucent and the translucent honey for her face. Now you're gonna see me going in the contour areas with bronzer. I use the Morphe Glamour Bronze. I'm not sure if they still carry this, but I still have it. I love it, so I'm gonna use it. And it gives a nice little, a little oomph to the face, and it's not too much. You don't want to be too heavy-handed with it. And then after I go in with that, I go in with the Juvia's Place blush palette. I have to check the volume number. I'm not sure of the volume, but it's the pink blush palette, because like I said, I love me some pink blush. I use the NYX lip liner in the shade Los Angeles, and I also use a Juvia's Place lipstick. It's more of a nudish pink color. I'm not sure because the name had worn off of it. Then on top of the lipstick, I went in with the shade Butterscotch in the NYX concealer just to give it a little bit of extra oomph. We went in with a black eyeshadow underneath her eye, and the reason why we opted for this color is because her eyes water very, very bad, and she just preferred to do the eyeshadow instead of the eyeliner underneath. Usually I do both, but we just made it work for her because we wanted to always make sure that anybody sitting in my chair is comfortable with anything that I'm doing. Now you see me going over her face with a pressed powder palette. I use the Kiko Girl palette. You can find it online. I had to Google to find it. Usually you could get it from off of AliExpress, but for some reason it's not pulling up when you type it in. For the setting spray, I use the Milani, and I also go on top of that with the One Size mattifying spray. Now my phone did end up dying, so I didn't get to finish everything on camera, but all that you missed was me putting on her eyelashes, and then you're gonna see the final results in just a second. I think it came out beautifully. Her skin looks like butter, and I can't wait to show you guys my next look. Thanks for tuning in.